Closing costs in the settlement process can be very confusing. But don't worry, Meridian Settlement is here to give you a simple explanation of what closing costs are and how the settlement process works. You are going to want to find a lender to pre-approve you for a mortgage loan. This is where the bank tells you how much money you can afford to borrow. The lender wants to make sure that you can afford to pay back the money they loan you. They will ask for several items. The lender is now willing to give you a loan that you will pay back monthly. Your payment will include principal and interest payments, and may include payments to your escrow account, which will pay your property taxes and insurance. They will also ask for closing costs to be paid at settlement. The lender's closing costs could be loan fees, private mortgage insurance, per diem interest, and escrow setup and reserves. You found a trusted real estate agent. They have found you the perfect home. With your agent's help, you have submitted a contract to the sellers as an offer to purchase their property. Great news! The sellers have accepted your offer. The sellers are now willing to give the ownership of the property to you in exchange for the contracted sales price. But wait, there are some legal steps that you are going to want to take to make sure that you have some guarantees within this exchange. These steps are considered the settlement process. You pay your title company, Meridian Settlement, for help with this process in the form of settlement fees. Meridian Settlement is going to do a title search here to determine if the sellers are the actual owners of the property and if they can legally transfer that ownership to you. The sellers might have liens or judgments against the property that didn't show up at the land records. This won't affect you now, but could years down the road with someone claiming they have an ownership interest in your property. Meridian Settlement can protect you from these claims with the offer of title insurance. At settlement, you are going to be asked to sign a fairly large stack of documents. Within these documents are going to be a deed to transfer ownership from the sellers to you. Meridian Settlement is going to record this in the land records as proof that you are the new owners of this property. Unfortunately, the government is going to charge you to transfer ownership and record your new documents in the form of transfer taxes, document stamps, and recordation taxes. Another very important document at settlement is going to be the settlement statement or HUD-1. This document is essentially a ledger for all of the money coming into the transaction and all of the money being dispersed from the transaction. All of the closing costs will be outlined on this document and will be reviewed with you at settlement by one of our settlement officers. Once all documents are signed accurately, the settlement process is complete and you will receive the keys to your new home. Congratulations on the purchase of your new home. Now, all there is to do is move into your new home and live happily ever after. This message brought to you by Meridian Settlement, a Maryland title company doing business in Maryland, Pennsylvania, D.C., Virginia, and Georgia. www.meridiansettlement.com